Welcome to Deep Dive and diving deep into everything pop culture. Today we're going to be talking about Monica Rambeau, who recently appeared in the MCU film Captain Marvel, played by Akira Akbar.
I'll be back before you know it.
Maybe I could fly up and meet you halfway.
Oh, only if you learn to glow like your Auntie Carol.
Or maybe I'll build a spaceship. You don't know.
He doesn't.
Monica Rambeau is a fictional character and superhero appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics, initially known as Captain Marvel. The character joined and eventually became leader of the Avengers for a time. She later used the codenames Photon, Pulsar, and beginning in 2013 Spectrum. The character was created by Roger Stern and artist John Romita Jr. First appears in the Amazing Spider-Man annual numbers. She first appears in the Amazing Spider-Man annual number 16. Monica Rambeau was born in New Orleans, Louisiana, to Frank and Maria Rambeau. She was a lieutenant in the New Orleans Harbor Patrol and operated as a cargo ship captain. Trying to prevent the creation of a dangerous weapon, Rambeau was exposed to extra-dimensional energy. As a result, she was thereafter able to convert her body into energy. After this event, the media dubbed her Captain Marvel, following a close call where her excess energy nearly made her a danger to others before the power was drained off by Iron Man and Spider-Man. She decided to use her powers to fight crime under that name. She was told by Ben Grimm that the name had originally been used by the late Kree hero Mar-Vell, but Grimm assured her that Marv wouldn't mind. I probably ain't the only thing in the world either. Rambeau sought out the Avengers for help in mastering her new powers and became a member in training, soon aiding them against Egghead. Befriended and mentored by Avengers veterans Captain America and the Wasp, Captain Marvel soon graduated to full membership after the battle against Plant Man. She became their first African-American heroine. She assisted Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch in battling Dracula. Two of Rambeau's enemies are superpowered psychiatrist Moonstone and Moonstone's powerful pawn Blackout, who wields the Dark Force. Captain Marvel first encountered them when the Avengers opposed the duo's escape from the incarceration project Pegasus. After that, Rambeau temporarily lost her ability to transform back to human form during a battle against Dr. Eric Paulson, in which she fought alongside Spider-Man and Star Fox. She was with the team when the Beyonder abducted them and other Earth superheroes for the first Secret War saga. Moonstone and Blackout returned as members of Baron Helmut Zemo's Master of Evil, participating in an occupation of Avengers Mansion and trapping Rambeau in the Dark Force dimension. With help from the Shroud, Rambeau was able to escape in time to help retake the mansion. During the battle, Moonstone was crippled and Blackout died. Another of Rambeau's major early foes was the murderous interstellar pirate Nebula, who shanghaied Rambeau into space for an extended period before she reunited with the Avengers. Captain Marvel also took part in battles against the Beyonder, a confused Jean Grey, King the Conqueror, Atuma, and Grandmaster. Rambeau later replaced the Wasp as leader of the Avengers, commanding them in battles against the X-Men, the Olympian Gods, and the Super Adaptoid. She spent a lot of time refereeing squabbles between Hercules and the Submariner, and dealing with the duplicitous telepath Dr. Druid, who sought to supplant her as Avengers chairman and undermine her authority at every opportunity. When honorary Avengers member and wife of the Submariner Marina transformed into the gigantic sea monster Leviathan, Captain Marvel led the hunt for the creature. During the battle that followed, Rambeau transformed herself into a massive bolt of lightning to try and stop the beast. She made contact with the water and accidentally conducted herself across the surface of the ocean, dispersing her atoms so widely that she barely regained physical form. She reformed as a frail, withered husk of a woman, devoid of superpowers. After retiring from the team, Rambeau regained her physical health and eventually her powers, initially developing the ability to manipulate mechanical energy for various effects. She resumed crime fighting, facing foes such as Brazilian crime lord Cristina Ramos, Moonstone, and Powder Keg. At the same time, she served as a cargo captain in her friend Ron Morgan's shipping company before starting her own charter business. Rambeau stayed connected with the Avengers and served as a reservist, sometimes assuming leadership duties in the absence of the current chair. She helped repel an Atlantean invasion of the surface world and assist in the Acts of Vengeance, which involved the concentrated multi-villain attack on Earth's superheroes. Or in the Terminus Factor, Rambeau led a reserve substitute roster during the team's first United Nations-backed reorganization. She took on another leadership role during the Kree-Shi'ar War and led an Avengers delegation to the Shi'ar Empire to petition for peace. When a group of aliens calling themselves Starblazers tried to push the moon away from Earth, Quasar assembled a team with some of the most powerful heroes of the world, recruiting Rambeau, Carol Danvers, Black Bolt, Hyperion, Icarus, Darkstar, Vanguard, and Perun. During this adventure, her original powers gradually regenerated, fully returning when the alien stranger accelerates the process. When Genis became an adventurer, he was known as Captain Marvel, like his father before him, which Rambeau resented. After she, Star Fox, and Genis teamed up to defeat the Controller, Genis tried to concede the Captain Marvel title to Rambeau, since he felt she was more worthy of it. Rambeau declined out of respect for the Marvel legacy and adopted a new alias, Photon. After the return of the main Avengers from the Pocket Universe, created by Franklin Richards, almost all the current and former Avengers members were trapped in a curse created by Morgan Le Fay, where they served her as soldiers in a guard called Queen's Vengeance. Due to her strong loyalty to the group, Rambeau, under the name Daystar, was one of the first Avengers to recover their will and rebel against the Sorceress. Later, when Photon was attacked by the Wrecking Crew in the Mardi Gras of New Orleans, she asked the Avengers for help and wound up being involved in an adventure in Akron's world with the group and her old fellow Avenger, Black Knight. For a time, Rambeau's mother intercepted her Avengers calls out of fear of her daughter's safety. After discovering this deception, Rambeau led an unofficial force of Avengers against the Infinites, who planned on relocating the galaxy. Next, Photon was involved in the events of Maximum Security and fought with her former teammates against Bloodwrath and Lord Templar and Pagan. After that, Rambeau helped the team in the Deep Space Monitoring Station with Quasar and Living Lightning, called into action in King's War, supporting also her friend Janet Van Dyne and advising the new recruit Triathlon on his current issue as the newest member of the team. In the world crisis caused by Zodiac, and when the Scarlet Witch suffered a nervous breakdown and attacked the Avengers. When Genis Vell wanted to establish a new identity for himself, he began calling himself Photon. Rambeau confronted him, but she decided to let Genis keep the Photon alias after she came up with a name she liked better, Pulsar. Rambeau later led the Next Wave team, part of the highest anti-terrorist effort against unusual weapons of mass destruction created by the Beyond Corporation, where she avoided using a code name and wore a new uniform. During the superhero Civil War, Rambeau was a member of the Captain America's Secret Avengers and registered as a member of the Initiative. When Brother Voodoo asked for Rambeau's help in tracking down some evil sorcerers, she revealed a former relationship with Brother Voodoo to Black Cat, Hellcat, and Firestar. Despite her breaking it off, Voodoo still had feelings for Rambeau. She agreed to aid him, rekindling their relationship in the process. She later attended Emma Frost's birthday party in Las Vegas, where she helped solve a cosmic crisis involving Frankie Ray. The group continued to meet partly over the support of Firestar, who had battled and defeated breast cancer. She assisted Carol Danvers in an investigation in the Gulf of Mexico, where Rambeau indicated that she was still fearful of using her powers under the water since her traumatic experience in battle against Marina Smallwood, and aided Iron Man and the Avengers Deep Space Monitoring Station against ancient Viking monsters who claimed to be the Emperor of Mars. During the Infinity Stone storyline, Monica Rambeau took the name of Spectrum as she chased after the criminal Blue Streak. Even the police officers that arrested him were impressed by her latest alias and her new costume. Spectrum returned to a specialist shop in New York where a man named Luck sells designer superhero costumes. He mentioned that someone was waiting for her in the next room. Monica recognized the man, though apparently all he wanted to do was talk and ask for help. Spectrum heard the explosions when Proxima Midnight began her attack on the city. Her mysterious guest says he cannot be seen in America and needed for help for a mysterious mission. But she was adamant. He's in a costume shop, and if he wanted her help, he put on a costume and come help her. Monica became field leader of Luke Cage's new Mighty Avengers team in the wake of the event. During the last days part of the Secret War storyline, Spectrum devised a plan to destroy Earth 1610 to keep it from colliding with Earth 616. In desperation during the 2 weeks before the end of the world, Spectrum channeled her full power and went to destroy Earth 1610. However, right before she could successfully destroy the Earth, she spotted a group of children who lived there, causing her to hesitate for a moment, long enough for ultimate Reed Richards to capture her. That was a brief overview of Monica Rambeau, aka Captain Marvel, Spectrum, Pulsar, million names. She seems like a really cool character. I hadn't known anything about her before the Captain Marvel movie came out. And I'm really not sure where they're going to be going with this character in the future. But I do know I'm excited. I do know that it's a chance to have a strong African-American female as a strong member in the Avengers team. And due to the aftermath of Avengers Endgame, the whole time shift, the Monica Rambeau that we met in Captain Marvel could now be damn near an adult. So it's interesting. We'll have to see after Spider-Man Far From Home what's going on with the timeline and where everybody is. But I'm very excited, and I hope you guys learned something. And all the information that I got was actually directly from Wikipedia. So make sure that you go out and do your own research, and also, check out comic books if you can, if you have the ability to do so. I just do this because in my spare time, this is what I do anyway. I would be looking up this stuff anyway, so I thought it was fun. And I know some people don't like reading stuff. They rather audibles. So hopefully you can understand everything I was saying. I know sometimes I read a little fast, but I'm very happy that we could have a character such as this in the MCU going forward. And once again, thank you for watching this video. Peace.